Welcome to View from Bio, a special coverage of Bio 2014 in San Diego. My name is Michal Kaczmarski and I'm Americas and Europe editor at FDA magazine. As we continue with our interviews, I'm meeting Patricio Araneda, president of Chile Biotech. Hello, Mr. Araneda. Could we have a bit of a snapshot of Chilean biotech sector?
Okay, hello. Thank you for this opportunity. Our sector in Chile is, we have companies in different areas, and our association have more or less 200 companies, and we can divide our country in relation of the geographic situation of each company. And we have in the north of Chile, for example, bio-mining, and because Chile is a mining country, we have a lot of mining in lixiviation and bio-lixiviation, and all the companies that trying to give support to this kind of activities. In the middle of the country, we have several activities, for example, diagnosis, agronomy, some other companies in R&D, biotechnology, R&D applications, and biofuels, and different things in the middle of the country. In the south, mainly we have agriculture activities, and we have companies in each niche in all the country.
Now, 200 companies that you mentioned, are they foreign companies mostly or local Chilean?
Mainly Chilean companies, but we have some companies that they are some filials from foreign companies in Chile, but we have some consortium as well with partners from other countries. And now our government is trying to give it support to conform different consortium with partners from other countries as well.
Speaking of support, as a foreign company interested in investing in Chile, what kind of support I could get coming to Chile?
Well, like I said, we have support from our government. We have, for example, some grants from agency in the government to establish company and to do R&D activities in biotech.
And that's accessible to foreign companies?
Yes, and we use it a lot. And we have a new law that we can save taxes. When you put money in R&D activities, you can recover money through the taxes. And on the other hand, we have some structure that some agencies put available for the companies to apply consortiums, and the government can put $8 million, for example, and if the company put other $8 million to conform a consortium.
And as a potential investor interested in investing in Chile, do I talk directly to Chile Biotech?
Yes, and in fact, yes, mainly through our association, but in fact we have other entity from the government, is the CIE, is...
Now, why would I be interested in Chile in the first place? Why should I be interested in Chile in the first place as a potential investor? You've just mentioned niches, so that's one thing.
Okay, we have some instrument from the government. We have a very stable economic situation now. We don't have some bad activities in political area. You can trust in our country because you can find very transparent platform in relation with the economic and political, and the companies that we are trying to grow are true companies, and we have the possibility through our association to validate all the information for the investors.
How long has been the biotech sector or cluster operating in Chile?
Our association, at least 20 years.
So
but it's growing the last 5 years.
What has changed? What made it grow?
Because the board started to do some activities to catch new partners, new associates, and then trying to grow more fast.
Sure. There's no doubt that investors are interested in emerging markets. They quite often say this is untapped potential that we have in Latin America or in Asia, but they mostly refer to Brazil, India, China, the big markets. Would you say that Chile can be competitive to such markets?
Absolutely, absolutely. But because we have a very stable platform, like a country, like I said, in economic and political area, and taxes, some facilities in taxes, and then we have a very high quality in R&D activities in human resources, because we have a high level in this kind of people in relation of the preparation to develop R&D activities, and on the other hand we have a very big biodiversity in our country to select solution for different applications.
Sure. What about intellectual property? One of the biggest problems or one of the biggest issues that potential investors usually raise.
Yeah, we have a very strong work actually, because our government is trying to put in the table all the points in IP sector, because we are trying to collaborate with the United States and collaborate with several trade markets with other countries, and we need to be strong in that area as well.
Now, for the last question, emerging markets already have made a name for themselves as places that are really becoming an allocation for outsourcing generics, production of especially pharmaceuticals. Do you think that emerging markets such as Chile or Chile itself can actually compete with established biotech locations for attracting investments?
Yeah, it's an area. It's complicated now because we need to be strong in the trials, for example, for pharmaceutical development. But we are trying to establish different relationships with other big companies in other countries. For example, now Corfo is our agency from the government, put money to establish a new excellence center with Pfizer. And Pfizer start to do some activities in Chile in biomedicine personnel. And for that reason, we start to grow in that area.
Okay. So best of luck with attracting more investments and growing the cluster. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you to you.